It's happening! Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, alligators and crocodile, cats and dogs, it is here. The SundaeSwap public testnet is live. That means me and you and everybody can now use SundaeSwap's decentralized exchange. It's just using play money for now, for the next few weeks, we think, and then it'll be ready for real money. But the testnet is live. You can come in. Let me tell you, it is glorious. It is beautiful. Just look at this. We're going to give you a demo all about how it works. We'll actually do a couple swaps. We'll actually add some liquidity to a liquidity pool. But the whole thing depends on you having the Nami browser extension installed. And so if you haven't done that yet, you can go to the end of this video. I added at the 5-minute point at the end of this video, I added a special appendix sub video within this video that shows you how to install the Nami wallet. But I mean, you're basically just going to want to go to namiwallet.io. That's the official website for Nami Wallet, and install the Chrome extension and create a wallet, a Cardano wallet, and then you're good to go. But I'm assuming that you've done that, and so if you haven't, go to the end of this video and I'll show you how that's done. But let's just move forward. So I've got a green check mark here because I have installed Nami. And I'm going to go ahead and connect my wallet. When I do this, we're going to run into an error. You might see the same error, but I'm going to show you how to fix it. Let's do that demo right now. I click connect my wallet. I hit this checkbox just acknowledging that, yeah, I know this is a test, it's a beta, and it's not real. It's just a sandbox, basically. And so there's a button here for Nami. There's going to be another button here for Yoroi very shortly. We're actually not waiting on the SundaeSwap team for that. We're waiting on the Yoroi team. They need to do an update to their dapp plugin, basically, for the Yoroi browser. And so once that's done, the SundaeSwap team will add a button here. For now, it's just Nami. So let's go ahead and click the Nami button, and we see this error. To use SundaeSwap, adjust your wallet to be for the connection to be for the testnet. And so the way we're going to do this, I'll actually show you how that's done. It's very, very easy. You're just going to want to open up the Nami extension. The way I do that is I click this little puzzle icon here in Chrome. I click that puzzle icon, Nami Wallet shows up there, and then I get the Nami Wallet pop up. And this is where you generally will interact with Nami Wallet. And so what I'm going to do is click the avatar icon up the top here. And we're going to skip collateral for now, but that is important if you want to check that out a little bit later. But we're going to go to settings. So we're going to hit network, and here we're going to move it from mainnet to testnet. We're going to toggle this switch component to testnet, so it's on the right here. And when we do that, we see the orange testnet text down here. That means we're now in the testnet. Okay, so let's toggle that off and back on again. We want to be on testnet. If we back out of here, we can see everywhere within the Nami wallet, we've got this testnet text here, and that means we're in the right configuration. Everything is good. So let's go ahead and bring that back up to the top of my browser. And if you ever want to bring up the beta guide, just hit this beta guide up here. This is the onboarding flow, and you can bring this up at any time by just hitting beta guide. And so we're set up now for the testnet. Let's try again to connect our wallet. We're going to hit the checkbox, select Nami, and boom. You see how now it's got my address up here? That means we're connected. It was a huge success. Everything's worked. I can click that button and I can see a little bit more of my wallet address here. If I want, I can disconnect that particular wallet. But for now, we'll keep it connected because that's super, super cool. So let's go ahead and hit the beta guide again. This is the onboarding flow for new users. So you're going to want to use this as your guide when you first come. So we've got the extension installed, we've connected our wallet, we're going to fund our wallet. And so this is basically going to give us a bunch of free tokens. You're about to receive 1,000 test ADA, or ta-da, I call it, like a magician, ta-da! 5,000 peppermint, 2,000 strawberry, some raspberry, some vanilla, and chocolate. So basically Sundae ice cream flavors. It's super cool, super creative. This checkbox at the top is just saying, yeah, I recognizing these aren't real assets. It's not real projects. We're going to see some other tokens in here, like for MELD and WorldMobile, but it's all just fake tokens, fake money. We're just testing. We're just in a sandbox having fun here to help the SundaeSwap team. So I'm going to hit that checkbox, fund my wallet, and now it's building a transaction that will add a bunch of assets to this brand new wallet. So we'll go ahead and close that out. And what I've noticed is I did this about 90 minutes ago when it first went live, and it happened pretty quickly, but I think there's a lot more traffic now. And so if you go to the pending area, there's a note here that we got your transaction to fund your account with these free tokens. It might take a while while, depending on network congestion. And there is quite a bit of congestion right now because thousands and thousands of people are just storming onto this SundaeSwap website. It's super exciting. So we'll let that run. When it's done, those tokens will show up here in my wallet, and it'll also show up in the Nami extension here. You'll get to see all of those tokens here. I've actually, as I mentioned, I've already done this. I went ahead and did this a little bit earlier. So we're going to jump to that wallet now over here. And so this wallet has already been funded about 90 minutes ago. Let's get rid of this. And so you can see I've got some peppermint here. I've got some strawberry. I've got some, ta-da, some test ADA. And I've got some raspberry here as well in my portfolio. And if I open up the wallet up here, you can see that I've got all of those assets here as well. Okay, let me just jump. I think I did it as well in another one. Yeah, we'll use this one here where I did a couple trades. I'll be able to show you a bit more here. So once again, once you finish that transaction, it'll show up under the submitted section here, requested goodies for wallet. It'll be under submitted, and if you go to portfolio, you'll see that SundaeSwap is able to see all of the assets that are in your wallet. And so you can see that here. There's a bunch of assets that are lining up. All the ones in the wallet here in Nami's application are lining up with the ones over here. I've got 4950 mint and 4950 mint. So that's working great. Beautiful wallet integration. And speaking of beautiful, let's just pause right here. How beautiful is this user interface? Geez, look at this animated carousel here. So this is showing some of the more popular tokens. Well, I'm actually not sure how they're organized right now. It might just be by the newest ones. But you can imagine some kind of a showcase here. Maybe the ones that have the most 24-hour volume. It looks like they'll be tracking that, as you can see here. And so that'll be listed there. But this is a beautiful carousel here. And then down here, you've got this UI here, which can be a card version or a list version. So the list version looks like this. And then you've got the cards like here listing all the different assets you can swap, right? We can do ADA to strawberry milk, ADA to strawberry, ADA to raspberries over here. Very cool. But just how beautiful is this UI? And now you guys might remember I showed you a couple demo videos of SundaeSwap about 2 weeks ago. And those were all done here in this dark UI. This is the dark theme. And I got to tell you, with all of my other applications and websites, I live in the dark theme. I'm always in the dark. I live in the dark. But for this one, geez, I think I might actually use the light theme. Look how beautiful this is. It's so bright. It's like a sunny summer Sunday afternoon. It might be because I myself am super bright and happy today as I'm making this video, but just I love this color theme. What do you guys think? Can you guys write in the comments? Let me know. Are you leaning more towards the dark theme here for SundaeSwap, or are you with me? Are you feeling a little bit of love for the light theme here? And for me, it's the first time ever. What do you guys normally do? And is this kind of unique that you're leaning towards the light theme? Anyhow, I digress. Let's have some fun. Let's do some swaps. So I've got a bunch of tokens now in my portfolio. What I can do is on the left here, you've got this swap button. And that'll bring up this UI. This is the empty one where I haven't selected anything. I'm going to go ahead and swap some of my test ADA. Okay, I'm going to choose this ADA icon up here. And let's swap for some raspberry. Secretly, my goal is to try and acquire as much raspberry as I can. I'm just a big fan of raspberries. So let's try and swap 10 ADA. And I'll get 19 raspberry. Well, that's pretty good. For every ADA, I get about 2 raspberry. Now, you'll see this orange text here. This is the slippage price impact of 3%, 3.8%. Now, this is basically what this is saying is, you know, if I just want to try and buy 1 ADA, there's enough raspberry in the system that no one's really going to notice that. No one's going to try to increase their prices after they see me try to buy 1 raspberry. But let's say I try and buy 100 raspberry. Well, what's going to happen is the automatic market making algorithm is going to try and buy 10 and then 20 and then 30 and in different increments, maybe 75. And as it's buying more and more at the best price, the prices will start to rise. There'll be no more raspberry at the lower price, and so it's going to have to start buying it at a higher price and then a higher price because there's just not enough raspberry for sale. Well, this is because we're in the testnet version. There's not a ton of users yet, and the whole exchange is only 90 minutes old. And so what we're seeing here is if I want to buy 142 raspberry, I can expect the price to go up about 28% by the time I'm done. Okay, so if I'm just buying something like 10 raspberry, it's going to have yellow text here. I'm only going to see about a 3% price increase, which is saying the market can mostly absorb a purchase of 20 Raspberry. And if I do it even less, like 1, it's going to be no problem at all. Let's go ahead with 10. We're going to hit the swap button here, and I'm brought to this confirm swap modal dialog. Again, just beautiful UI. You know, they didn't have to have the 2 different colors here on the background. It's just a nice touch here with the white and the pink. And let me ask you guys, this blue character, does anyone know? Does it have a name? I just love this character. I'm super, super interested in learning more. If this character here has a name, could I maybe interview this character? Could I maybe meet this character in the metaverse somewhere? What is the name of this little cute guy with the cone on his head? And if anyone knows them, can you ask them if they're interested in meeting Timmy from Cardano Ecosystem News? Because I love this 3D nature of the character there. Really nice material. So anyhow, what we see in the detail section here is a breakdown of the prices. So there's going to be a fee for the Cardano blockchain. This is just whenever you do transactions on Cardano, there's a fee. The scoopers also will get some revenue. Now, the scoopers are the people that are, they're actual stake pool operators of Cardano that were voted in, and they're actually doing a bunch of bundling and grouping, basically, of transactions to help with some of the concurrency and throughput. And so they get a fee as well. But get this. If you stake your ADA as part of the regular ADA staking process to one of these stake pools that were voted in as scoopers, if you stake to them, you get a part of this fee back. The stake pool operator is going to give you, SundaeSwap and the stake pool operator together will give you part of that fee. So you'll get a little bit more. So that's really great. The liquidity provider is basically the person that has donated, has locked their Raspberry into the SundaeSwap exchange. A regular user has done that, right? There's no company, there's no third party here. Just a regular anonymous user has provided this 20 Raspberry for me to swap against. They get a little bit of a fee, 0.005 ADA, as a thank you for just helping the exchange. And so we'll show you how you can be a liquidity provider as well in a minute, but that's the fee there. And then just a summary of the actual tokens I'll be getting. So you don't want to click this button. If you click it, just says ouch. And so this is like an extra safety measure. You have to hold it and be really, really sure. And then it'll ask you to release. And then it'll build the transaction. And this is where Nami Wallet will come up. And so Nami is going to ask you, do you actually want to do this? Do you want to swap your 10 ADA and give up this 14 in this case because of the fees? 14, ta-da, will be given over. And so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And I'm going to enter in my password here to do that. And now the transaction is waiting. The transaction will get built and it'll be in the queue. And right now, like I said, there's a lot of people using this, and it's still just in testnet. And so it's going to take a few minutes for that to actually go through. There you go, transaction success. Swap 10 ADA for Raspberry. So that wasn't too bad at all, actually. So there you go. I just swapped one token for another. But take a look. Like you can imagine, pretty soon you can swap right now peppermint for chocolate, or you can swap strawberry for chocolate or strawberry for vanilla. But you can imagine these will be Cardano projects. I'll be able to swap WorldMobile for MELD. In fact, I think I did see MELD earlier. It's not coming up now, but you're going to be able to swap. I guess these ones here are just the official ones. But you're going to be able to swap all the Cardano native tokens on here. And this is going to really empower you to do a lot more with your ADA, to try and do a lot more arbitrage, a lot of different investments, or support some of these other projects. Let me see. If I search, okay. Yeah, if I search MELD here, right now this is the testnet, so everyone is able to just go ahead and create a bunch of their own tokens and liquidity pools. So I'm going to swap some ADA for some MELD. That's cool. Let's see if we can do that. If I do 50, well, I'm going to see some slippage because this person has only put a little bit of MELD in. Let's just do 5. We can do a swap there. We can hold this down. And now we're swapping ADA for MELD. MELD is another really popular DeFi protocol on Cardano. We're big fans of MELD as well. And so you can see how this is just such an easy way to do trades. And you don't have to use something like Coinbase with their high fees or anything like that. And there's going to be tons of things on here, much more than, Coinbase only adds a few tokens, every week or every month or so. But here, you're going to have all of the Cardano projects that you can imagine. So I just showed you how swaps work. You can see in my portfolio here, a little bit more ADA has gone. And I want to show you, oh, there you go. The ADA for MELD just completed. Very, very cool. Another way to get to the swaps area, by the way, is as I was just showing you. You can come here where all the projects are listed and just hit the swap button. And that'll automatically populate the 2 tokens into this field. You can hit the down arrow here to swap them back and forth. So if I do that with maybe something that's named a little different, let's do like ADA Raspberry. I can hit the swap button here. There's ADA Raspberry already in there. Or I can do a strawberry to ADA. So there's a strawberry to ADA swap that I can do as well. I can hit this max button and it'll do all of my strawberry to ADA. Okay, I'm going to see 66% slippage if I do that, because right now there's just not a lot on there. But let's go ahead and do that as well. Let's keep these going. I am trying to, in some ways just see if I can find a bug, so I'm doing lots of things here. But we're going to switch in a minute now, and I want to talk to you about liquidity pools. So we're doing all of these trades. I just bought a bunch of, ADA from my strawberry. I bought a bunch of raspberry earlier. And so you might be asking, where is this raspberry coming from? Where are these tokens coming from? And you might remember back in the day at the New York Stock Exchange or some of these other exchanges, NASDAQ, you'd have dozens, if not hundreds of people on the stock exchange floor. A bunch of people yelling into their phones at the stock exchange trying to do deals. Those people are money makers, and they hold on to tons of stock to make it easy to sell and to people that want to buy them. Well, that's called a liquidity pool. And in this SundaeSwap DEX and other DEXs, you and me, oh cool, transaction success. You and me can become the liquidity pools. We can become the market makers. And what that means is we're not going to swap one token for another. Instead, we're going to add a bunch of tokens into this pool. We're going to lock them in there. We're going to deposit them, and we're basically going to add them to the pool so that other people can do the swaps that they want to do. And so this is like a service provider thing that we can do to help the SundaeSwap exchange have a better quality of service for all the other users. So you might be asking, why would we do that? Well, we can generate yield. As I showed you when I did the swap, there was a fee there for the liquidity provider. We can get a piece of that fee when we're the liquidity provider. And so if you don't want to do swaps, but you want to make some kind of passive income, you can do that via liquidity pools. And so if I add liquidity to a pool, let's actually go back to the menu here. Let's say I have a lot of ADA and a lot of raspberry, okay? And let's say I want to add some liquidity to that pool, and I want to do it, I like this one where I get a 1% fee. Okay, so I'm going to add some liquidity of my own to this pool. To do that, I need to deposit or lock in some ADA and some raspberry. So we'll lock in 10 ADA and 12 raspberry, and it'll automatically select the fee for me because I hit that button, and so it's locked to the 1% fee there. But sometimes you'll be able to change this if you're creating a brand new pool. And so I'm going to get 1% fee as my yield. Let's go ahead and add that liquidity. I'm gonna hold this button. Oh, well, before I do that, when I do this, notice that, okay, well, first let's sign it. We'll come back to that dialogue. Okay, so we just deposited that liquid. We deposited the ADA and the raspberry into that pool, and so now people can start swapping against those tokens that I deposited. And if they do, if anyone does, I'll get part of that fee. Now, if I come back and do that again, it says here, I'm going to receive 11 million LP tokens. These are liquidity pool tokens. And this is kind of like a thank you that I get as part of doing this. And later, when it comes time to trade back, if I want to get my ADA and my raspberry back, I can trade these liquidity pool tokens and get my original ones back. And so that's what's happening here. I'm going to get these tokens, and they'll actually show up, in the liquidity sections of the website. And there you go. That went through, and we'll do it once more. So we're going to get these liquidity pool tokens, and this is kind of my evidence. This is like my receipt for saying, hey, I deposited a bunch of stuff. This is my receipt. These are my IOUs. Later, I want to get my ADA and raspberry back. So we're going to hold once again. Let's hold to deposit. We're adding a little bit more raspberry into this pool. So now the hundreds and thousands of other users are able to do swaps that they want. and I'm just going to generate fees from that. I'm the market maker. I'm like the NASDAQ stock exchange by doing this. I'm the New York Stock Exchange. And so that's how that works. Now, one thing is under the portfolio section, you're going to be able to see all of the fees that you earned as part of doing that liquidity pool, as part of being the market maker. It says it's coming soon because remember, this whole website is only like 2 hours old now. But very cool. All the transactions are going through. But you'll be able to see all of the yield and the passive income that you're getting under the portfolio section here. Okay, so we've shown you how to do swaps. We've shown you how to do liquidity. We showed you this beautiful UI. I think that might be mostly it. Okay, I think that might be mostly it. So what I want to tell you, once again, go to SundaeSwap.finance, and they're looking for bugs. If you find any bugs, go to their Twitter website. You can click these links up here, and they'll take you right to their Twitter page. And once you're on their Twitter, they've got a link to a Google form here that you can click out. Okay, find this tweet that says "and we're live," and if you click this Google form link, you'll be able to submit bug reports. If you find any issues or if you have any positive feedback or suggestions, they want all that feedback. So go ahead and fill out that feedback in this form to help them out. Yeah, just how beautiful is this? I've used Uniswap, I've used PancakeSwap, but none of them are as beautiful as this. And so, they're going to have some bugs to work through. They might have to work with Input Output Global to change some parameters, but this will all get sorted out. And when it does, Cardano is going to have the best DEX in the cryptoverse. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If you haven't installed Nami Wallet, keep listening. I've got about 4 or 5 minutes more of this video that just walks you through the Nami Wallet installation. But for now, we'll wrap it up here. Look at all the trades that we've been doing. I can bring up my wallet here, and you can see all those trades here as well. How cool is that? Lining up Raspberry 9752, 9752. Just beautiful. That's the sign that SundaeSwap is working. This is a huge success. Very, very cool. All right, so this little appendix I'm adding to the end of the video is all about how you can install the Nami Wallet Chrome extension to your browser. And this will let you get a bunch of fake kind of play tokens that you can use on SundaeSwap's DEX on their testnet. So I'll walk you through how to install the wallet and how to actually get it funded. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to namiwallet.io. You can see that here in the top left. That's namiwallet.io. And I recommend just going there. This is the official website for Nami Wallet. Don't be careful. You don't want to download it from any shady sources. So go to namiwallet.io and select whichever browser you're using. In this case, I'm using the Chrome browser. And so it's going to take me to the Chrome App Store, the Chrome Web Store. And I've already clicked the button, but there'll be a button here which is Add to Chrome. And that'll just add the wallet extension to your browser. So once that's done, you might not know what happened, but in the top right here, there's a little puzzle icon. And this is actually your Chrome extensions. If you have other extensions, you'll see them listed up here. I've just got the Nami Wallet on this machine here. And so you can see the Nami Wallet there listed in the list of extensions. So if I go ahead and click that Nami Wallet, it's going to ask me to create a wallet. And so I've already done that. I'll let you guys go ahead and do that for yourselves. It's going to give you a seed phrase, basically a password for you to write down. Just go through that process. It's totally free. It's totally easy. It should only take about 30 seconds. Make sure to write down the password though. And so then the next thing you're going to want to do once you get in here is first go ahead and click on your avatar icon at the top. This robot here in my case, this is just a default randomly generated avatar they created for me. And you're going to want to go down to settings. And in the settings area, go ahead and hit network and make sure to toggle on the testnet. You see how it's green here and this white circle is on testnet? When it's on the left, that's mainnet. On the right here, that's testnet. So just going to go ahead and toggle that on. And now you can see it says testnet down here. That means that my wallet is set up for the testnet. And so that means anything that happens here, it's not happening on the main Cardano blockchain, but Cardano actually runs a whole other kind of testing blockchain. Not really a shadow blockchain, but like almost a backup or a secondary blockchain. They call that the testnet, where developers can test things on. And so we're on the testnet now, and this means it won't be using any real money. It'll just be for fun in a very kind of safe sandbox way. So it's very important that you set it to testnet first, otherwise this won't work at all. Now the next thing I did is I hit the receive button just to get one of my addresses. Okay, and so I can see this is an address for me to receive money. They've got a QR code there, but I'm just going to go ahead and copy the address down here. And then what I did is I Googled Cardano test faucet. If you Google for Cardano testnet faucet, Cardano testnet faucet, you're probably going to get sent to this page here. So this page is at testnets.cardano.org/en/testnets, Cardano tools and faucet. Anyhow, just search for Cardano testnet faucet. Once you get to this page, it should already be set to give you TADA or T-ADA, which is test ADA. Make sure you're on test ADA, not test coin. And then down here in the address field, you can enter in the address that you selected over here in Nami Wallet when you went receive. It's that same address. So this one here, I'm just putting it in here. It's my address to receive some test ADA. Ignore the API key field. You won't need that. You're going to want to finish the CAPTCHA here. Let's see, all the crosswalks. I think that's it. Oh, they gave me new ones. A couple more there. Geez, does this ever end? All right, I think that's all of them. I'm going to hit verify. Good, I'm not a robot. Request funds. Okay, now I already did a request earlier today, and so I'm just getting this message that there's too many requests. They have a limit of only 1,000 test ADA per day, and so that's the limit that I'm hitting. If you run into any error here, though, it might say too many requests, or it might say server error. Don't worry, you don't actually need to complete this step because there's another way to get test ADA. You can get it directly from the SundaeSwap application, but this is just a way that I did it in order to get some ADA ahead of time. Or if you want to get an extra 1,000, or if you want to come back here and get 1,000 test ADA every day to do a little bit more testing, you can do that here at the Cardano testnet faucet. Just grab the address here from your Nami wallet by hitting receive, and then you'll get some of the test ADA. And so I've already done this a few times. It doesn't look like I'll be able to do it right now, but that's how you get set up for Nami Wallet. I will say just quickly, once you're actually in the SundaeSwap DEX, I'm already in there here, you'll be able to actually in the beta guide go ahead and connect everything up, and then once you do that, you can fund your wallet and get some testnet tokens this way as well. And so don't worry if this way gives you an error. It might say server error. Sometimes if they ran out of test ADA, there'll be a server error message here, but don't worry, just go ahead, go to the beginning of this video that shows you how to actually use the DEX, and there's a button here as part of the onboarding process that will let you fund your wallet another way. So don't give up, but I wanted to show you how to install Nami Wallet.